Right, we're back. Now, as I was explaining, we'll do the gun. Let me zoom that out just for a second. I won't bother doing anything. So these bits here, so we'll do as much of the the photo etch going back, doing the depolyzer. Then we'll do the first main gun, get that ready. Then we'll carry on with the photo etch all around here. I think there's some railings got to go on around the ladders. These, I won't bother doing the bits in there yet because they're for the main, when you put the bridge on. And the idea is to go right away down this deck until we've got the whole lot done. There you go. And then we can see what we're doing. So I now need, I've used them all up on that one, so I need another L. Oh, bear with me. L. A, B, C, F, G, H, I, J, K. And so this is doing, hopefully this is, something about the microphone set up there. So hopefully now we're doing a lot better with being able to see what's going on. I'll try and do as much as I can whilst you can see what's going on. Right, so that's L. That's L. I was looking at buying another. I love these models. I've got enough money this month to buy I've got enough. So I would buy another camera, and I was looking at cameras that will take better than a 20-minute video. So I was looking at cameras that take about half an hour, they take around about an hour's video. Yeah, I was looking at one on YouTube. I love these people on YouTube. I'm not going to go at anybody. I love these people on YouTube who set these things up with a very basic YouTube studio. And they give you all the bits and pieces that they're using. So he sets up this studio with a basic camera. Sorry, I'm cleaning the needle. With a basic camera. And it takes videos it will take 1 hour movies. So you think, oh, that's good. And this person just claims these are basic and are perfect for YouTube videos. So you think, yeah, okay, that's good, I can buy that and have a look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's available on Amazon. So I go onto Amazon. What does it cost? £1,450. Yeah, okay, so you've got a basic setup with £1,460 camera, and you think we can all afford that, do you? And then you go through all the other stuff like the lights. Because that's another thing I'm considering, you see. Do I buy another model ready for when I finish this? But this is going to take about a year anyway. Or do I go through and buy some lighting and maybe even a better tripod, pole mount? Because I work in a very small space, I'm in a bedroom. And it's oh no, you see I've dropped that now, you nitwit. So I'm working in a bedroom, limited space and light, and there's very little room in this bedroom. Once I've got the oops-a-daisy. Once I've got everything set up, oh, I think I've got too much off the end of that, damn it. pieces in place. I've done the same with that one as well. Damn. So the space is very, very limited. I'd love to set up a proper studio, but to do so, it requires a lot of money. Oh, that one just clicked out there. No, I think I was lucky it's just landed there. You just about get them in the tweezers and they fly off. And over the road there is all the woods, and that's where they end up. I mean, well, at least that's where they appear to end up anyway. So this, and they don't go right to the end. So I must try and get a better studio set up. There seems to be two very, very close together there. And so what you have, I keep gabbing away, you see, and I'm concentrating on what I'm doing and talking, and then I totally lose track of what I'm talking about. The old age. Right, there you go. So it would have been interesting to have kept the little bits that were on here to see how it would have come out without it being whatever I was going to say. I don't know what I was going to say. They were asking me. I'm just building the model. That's really typical, isn't it? There always has to be one. I love how you get so many pieces, they go perfectly in line, and that piece is now stuck up. They go perfectly in line, and then you come up to literally the last piece and it doesn't fit. Right, so now I've got to work out how to do the rest. Oh, stop. That one has flown off somewhere. Marvellous. Right, that one flew. Oh, there it is. I was lucky. Now by the time I get this, the glue will be dry that I just put on, won't it? Right. Yeah, I told you. Right, hang on. Got too much glue on the needle now. So we've got that. Just needs a little bit of glue in there. Oh, it was a bit loose. So that's that side done. Of course it looks, the problem when you're doing this is you've got the camera in there, really close. Of course when you bring the camera away, you can't see them anymore. Or very rarely, when you look at that zoomed in, you tend to find little bits that don't look right. A little bit of the deck there that doesn't look right. A little bit here that doesn't look right. But that's on the film. I can see it on the television. I work on this on the television. So you can see these things that don't look perfect. They look like they're a right mess, a bit there. And you think, right, okay, well, that looks a right mess, they're going to look horrible. But of course, once you see them normally, and they look all right, they look better. Right, now, what I've got to do now, I don't know if I can work going across like this. Let me see if I can bring that down. So I can swing that around. The problem is I can move the chair over the other side, but I can't work very well on the other side. What did I do with them? So as I was saying, it would be nice, you know, I was going to buy because I've got a few pennies to spare this month. I get paid, well, I'm a pensioner, I get my state pension. So it's not a lot, but what you get is every so often you get a month with all the direct debits that go out. Mine go out on the 7th of each month on my direct debits. I'm giving you all my personal information now, aren't I? Telling you all about myself. Anyway, my direct debits go out on the 7th. So when my pension goes in every 4 weeks, every Wednesday, every 4th Wednesday. Oh. Yep, that's right, I dropped it. As my pension goes in every 4 Wednesdays, it gets to a point where I've got to keep the money in. Oh. Glue will be dry by the time you get this in. I have to keep the money in to pay for the direct debits. So if my pension goes in on the 8th, oh, where's that? I bet that's fallen down that ladder, hasn't it? I do not believe that. If that's fallen down there, I'm going to, oh no, there it is. It's lucky because I was going to take this model away and throw it out the window. So if all my, you know, if my money goes in on the 8th, I've got to save that with all the pension, by the way, all that. I have outgoings of around £350 a month. I'm sure you don't want to know all this crap, but look at these shaky hands, you see. And so if the pension goes in on the 8th, I have to save 300 and something pound. It's stuck on the thing. It's unbelievable. I have to save that money and keep it into the 7th, so I can't spend it all. But what happens is you get a month like now where my money, my next lot of money next month goes in on the 5th, and then the pension, the money all goes out on the 7th. So therefore the money I've got this that comes on Wednesday, I don't have to keep any of that back, apart from bloody insurance for the dog. I don't have to keep any of that money back, which is neither here nor there. Sure, you don't want to know all this crap. But what it means is that I have shopping which I do and I can cut down on, and so I can end up with over £500 to spend. And once I've got that kind of money, I could buy a decent camera. Or if not a decent camera, at least that's not too bad considering I'm living over. I could buy a decent camera. It's just went out of focus, isn't it? I was looking at one of the Canons, but even then, like I say, without being able to do it with a camera that's got, I can do 1 hour videos, and they're into the hundreds. So I thought, right, what should I do with all that money? Then my first thought was to buy another model, and I love these trumpeter models. So I was going to buy a USS Enterprise CV6. I've already got CVN65. I was looking at CV6 and I really got to look into it a bit more, because I was watching a video of it yesterday on YouTube, and the chap who was doing it was saying that it's got problems with the discs. They don't fit very well. And so I thought, right, well, I'm not going to put up with all that rubbish. And then my plan also, which was seriously considered, was getting the 1/200 Yamato. I might still do so, but I don't know. The trouble is, I've already done the Yamato from Tamiya, which is a very good kit, and I built that. And I remember when I built it, I put a fair bit of photo etch on that. And as I was building it, about 3/4 of the way through the build, a fair way through the build, sorry, a fair way into the build, I suddenly realised that it was completely boring. I got bored with it. Now, the reason for that was not because it was a bad model or anything. I was enjoying building it. It's the fact that basically it's just a gun platform. And I remember I'd got the bridge done, which looked quite good. We'll roll here, aren't we? Yakking away and still doing well. So I'd got the bridge built on it. And it was looking quite decent, I thought, right, okay. But what happened was, sorry, I'd keep talking and then I'll concentrate on something. What happened was, I got it so far, and then I just got fed up with it. Simply because it was just guns. I wasn't building anything anymore. It was just gun after gun after gun after gun. There's hundreds of them on the Yamato. There's so many guns, it's unbelievable. And these are all the secondary guns. Right, there you go. Now we're getting there. I shall run out soon, so I thought, well, if I buy a 200 scale Yamato, I'm going to have the problem that it's going to be so many guns for it, even if I get upgrades to it. That's all it's going to be, is just a gun platform. And that has put me off buying it. But there's also, I build wooden models as well. There's a really nice model from Artigiana Latina of a tugboat, and it's a reworked model, and it's about 10-20 years old, and it's an ABS hull with wooden bits, with a lot of wood and white metal. It's going to run out in 58 seconds, so I won't do another one yet. So I'm considering buying that. And then I thought, well, what about buying some stuff for YouTube, some different ways to get this camera set up and get a mount similar to this one, but where it goes right across the table, it goes right across, so the camera moves backwards and forwards on the mount. That might be even better, because I think it will take about a year, at least another year's worth in this model, perhaps more. HMS Hood took 13 months. I allowed that for this. What I didn't allow for is how much Pontos stuff there is. So this might take another year or so yet. Oh, the dog's moving. Oh no, she's getting in more comfortable.